Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this one we're going to be talking about when to buy a stock, the best times to buy a stock, that kind of thing. So let's jump straight into it. Before we jump into this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I do investing, trading and finance based content, so if that's something you're into, then go ahead and click that subscribe button. So when you're buying a stock, you may ask some questions to yourself, like when should I buy the stock, is this the right time, and is this the right price level, that kind of thing. So you just don't know when to buy the stocks, and obviously that is what this video is all about. So there's a few things I want to touch on this video to give you some more clarity of when to buy a stock. The first one is kind of during a stock market crash or correction. Now this might seem obvious, and obviously you can't time the bottom perfectly, but you can kind of get by at the indicators like high interest rates, high inflation, that kind of thing, and these things drag down the market, which is kind of the situation we're in now. You know, people say it's a good time to buy now, and obviously you'll reap the rewards in 5 to 10 years time. So that's something to be aware of, the macroeconomic situation. And also, is it an actual crash or are you buying for the long term? So kind of a little bit of accentuation for what I've said before. So these are things you've got to think of, the crash and correction. But then if you're thinking about the long term, then it's just good to buy on the way down. Number 2 is adding after an earnings report. Now if a company posts a really good earnings report, they post good guidance, good revenue, they have a good balance sheet, good net income, that kind of thing, then that only speaks volumes for the company going forward, and that could be potentially a good time to buy. Now obviously this stock will probably bounce up the day after the earnings report, so you just want to keep that in mind when you're putting your money in. Maybe look for a bit of a pullback, obviously just after an earnings report, and then put your money in. This aligns with technical analysis as well, which I have done videos before. You can watch one in the top right hand corner if you so wish to. So yeah, just after an earnings report is another good time to buy a stock, in my opinion. And the third one is a bit more of a technical one, and that is buying on the low RSI. Now the RSI is basically a momentum indicator, and when it gets down to a certain level, which people generally say around about 30, again I'll stick up a screenshot on the screen for you. When it gets below that 30, it's considered oversold, which means the momentum has taken it down so far that it basically telling you it's a good time to buy. Now a few things to watch for this are basically it can stay below that oversold section for quite some time. We've seen it in the past with different stocks, but likewise it can stay with the overbought section as well, which is above 70. This will all be explained on obviously the picture that I show on the screen here for you, so hopefully you can get what I'm saying. But yeah, generally buying on the low RSI for a long-term play is a very good idea. Obviously on a short-term play, because it's a momentum indicator, it could mean anything on the smaller time frames, but we won't get into that in this video. That's a different video, that's more of a trading based video, and I'll do that in the future. But basically to summarize that, this movement of the stock is obviously negative and it's poor and it's not that strong, indicating it goes below the low RSI, and that basically indicates to an investor maybe I should buy now. So that's another good thing to look out for when buying a stock. So if you did like this video on the best times to buy a stock, then obviously subscribe to the channel. I do investing, trading and finance based content. Obviously like the video and then watch this one next, which is all about how to invest in 3 simple steps. It's another short video for you to watch, so go ahead and watch that, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, goodbye.